Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another part of my Instagram Sundays. I skipped this weekend because, well, it was Valentine's Day weekend and me and my husband were doing a lot of moving around on our furniture, so it wasn't really important for me at that moment. But I'm back to do it for you guys. I've already applied my face makeup. So I just put on a tinted moisturizer. This one is from Stila, the sheer, what is this? Sheer Color Tinted Moisturizer in shade Tone. And as well as applied the Cover FX Light Concealer in areas where I had some dark spots that I wanted to cover. But that's it for my face. I've been really dry lately, so this has been my go-to product of the month. Okay, so for this Instagram Sundays, this one is for Amanda. Hi, baby. She requested a look which was like a collage, and it was all different for makeup looks with dark lips, but they were all with very soft feel. One of them stood out to her as well as me, which was a winged liner, but it wasn't a straight black wing liner. It was more of a smoked out liner with obviously a pencil or something. So I'm going to show you how to do it and recreate that look. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's really wearable. If you don't like the wing, then just do a little bit of a thick liner and you can call it a day. So if you guys like it, let's get on to this tutorial, shall we? Bye! So I'm going to prime my eyelids as you always should. What primer is going to do is adhere the makeup to the eye, keeping it on all day, prevent creasing, so that awkward line of oiliness, as well as add vibrancy to the shadows, meaning it's going to pop out more the color with the shadow. Now the next thing we're going to be going in is with the Naked Basics palette. So if you guys have this palette, you're going to bring it out because it has a lot of soft browns, which the look calls for. So the first color that I will be using is this one right here, and this is called Venus. I am going to put it in my inner tear duct about halfway in. And I'm using a Sigma Blending E36 brush, but you can use any brush that you want. And I'm just going to pop it into the corners because in the picture she seems to have like a little bit of a bright-eyed effect without it looking too bright. It's like kind of a subtle bright glow. And this brush is kind of perfect for the inner corners because it really just gets to where you need it to go. And again, I'm just going to bring it right up in her. And it seems like she has a nice subtle bit of brown tones going on in the picture. So no real dramatic factor except for the wing liner. I hope you can see, because if you can't, this will be really bad. So just swiping it back and forth to give just a subtle bit of it on the eye, because I don't want it to be so shimmery. I just want it to be like a hint. Okay, so that's it right there. The next color we're going to be taking is Naked 2, which is this cool tone soft brown color. I'm going to take on a flat Sephora IT brush, which I don't think they carry anymore, but you could check. And I'm going to pat it in the center of the eyeball. Do you see this? I got so much fallout. Make sure that you tap off the brush before you do this. Don't follow my lead, because then you'll have tremendous fallout, which I'm just going to take a fan brush and whoop, fallout is gone. Okay. So again, and you're just going to meet it up with that white color, that shimmery white color, and you're just going to blend it back and forth between the two colors. That's just going to give you a perfect faded blend. Okay, again, you're going to go back, just sliding it across, kind of doing this motion, the zigzag. The next color we're going to be taking is Faint. Should we do Faint? Should we do Texture? Yeah, we're gonna go in Faint. And I'm just gonna take this on a Sigma E25 brush. And no, I'm not paid or sponsored by Sigma. I just enjoy some of their brushes. I don't have a lot. I just have certain brushes that I really like from them. Okay, now for your crease, you're going to tap it on the outer corner, just pressing it in, just like you did your other with the other shadow, but you're pressing this into the outer V, and then kind of taking it like on a sideway and just slightly blend it in to a V. Okay, then you have that line there going on. Easy peasy, guys. Go back in with Faint a little bit more, and you're just gonna go the same as I taught you, back and forth, sideway motion. That is just gonna give you the perfect blend between shadows. So I'm basically taking it on the belly of the brush and going back and forth. See, now it's blended. Now I'm just gonna flip. I'm gonna extend this a little bit more. So I'm kind of pulling it out in a V. So you see I'm like flicking it, flick, flick, flick. Okay, whatever's left on the brush, you're just gonna go in on an angle on the side of it and blend it into the crease. I like to keep my eye open for this and look slightly down because you see your crease better. Aside from that, this gives you a little bit more of a dramatic feel. And I'm taking it all the way in and meeting it with that other Virgin Venus color. I can't talk today. Okay, this is as much shadow you should be getting on your brush. You shouldn't be getting any more than that. If you're getting too much more than that, you're gonna look like you got punched in the eye. Okay, and now I'm just kind of doing circles. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Do you remember that? Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got a cootie shot. I just took a roll back. But yes, you're gonna do circular motions at this point and just really just bluffing it into the crease. And by doing the soft motion, circular motion, it gives you a nice diffuse of shadow colors. And there you go. Very, very simple, smoky eye, daytime appropriate and wearable. If you wanted to add more drama, go ahead and throw in some black, add more of that brown, but the look is very simple and very soft because the main focal point is the lips. So you want to keep it at that. Where you should be holding it is towards the bottom, okay? When you do this, you're putting way too much color, which I see a lot of people on YouTube do, and it's wrong. You're putting too much pressure, applying too much. You're gonna have a muddy look, especially with matte shadows. You don't want to do that. You will get that muddy skipping look where it looks like it's like skipping cut up. No, hold it always at the edge, especially with matte shadows. And then you see how I'm at the end, and circle motions. And as you can see, it is not muddy. It just blended perfectly. Okay, and then just pull out into a V, because, yep. And again, the belly of the brush back and forth. Okay, that's it, you guys, for the eyes. It's very simple. I'm just going to add a little of my concealer, and then I'll be back to show you the rest of the eye makeup. Okay, so I've already applied my concealer. Just patting it in extra to make sure, because if not, you tend to have creasing. So, yes. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take more of that faint color on that same E25. Just a little bit, guys. Remember, this, just a little bit, guys. Remember, this is all you should have, that small baby dot. If not, you have too much product. Okay, and I'm just gonna smoke out the bottom lash line, meeting up to that V point. You see where I have like a V? And by smoking it out with this little bit of brown, obviously it adds more of a dramatic feel, but it also opens up the eye area. Since I lost some of that Venus color, I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more into that other color. Okay, very easy, you guys. Simple, easy makeup for beginners. Now for the fun part. Go ahead and take your favorite black eyeliner. Mine's is Stingray, which is almost done. That's why I have perversion. But anywho's clue, you're not going to worry about making a perfect line because you're going to smoke it out into a cat eye. So I'm just tracing as close to the lash line as humanly possible, just doing it in a slow dot motion. Remember what I taught you guys. Dot, dot, and then pull. There you go. See, it's not perfect. It's kind of messy. Don't worry about it. Now make sure if you're using a waterproof liner, make sure you work quickly because it dries, and once it dries, it sets. Now I'm going to take this little brush, which is actually for lip liner, lip products, whatever, lipstick. But it's perfect because it's so small. It will really get that color for me. So I'm just going back and forth over that line and smoking it. As you see, I let my liner dry too much that it's already kind of giving me a struggle. But I'm just gonna pull. So as I pull, I flick, 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 flick. And don't worry, we're gonna go over it with shadow, so if it looks funky, don't even worry about it. Winged eyeliner. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my foundation brush because as you can see, it's a little jagged. Tip trick, just take your brush and run it against the outer portion of your eye. And there you go. You have a perfect wing liner just using eyeliner. Okay, that's good right there. Now we're just going to take a little bit of that black called Crave, use that same brush, and we're just going to pat it as close to the lash line as possible. Just so that way we don't have any skipping and it just looks beautiful. You'll see. So you're just going to pat it, tap off excess, pat it close to the lash line. That's how you do without using liquid liner. That's another trick, and it's softer and prettier. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more of that faint on the bottom because we lost it, and buff it in. Now also on the bottom lash line, up from the outer corner to about halfway, she did have a little bit more of that shadow, so it looked more like a cat. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to press it as close to the lower lash line as humanly possible. And stopping right there. And we're going to meet it up with that cat eye. There you go. Perfect. I'm just going to add a little bit of Venus up top just to highlight. Because since there's so many mattes going around, you want to add a little bit of contrast. when you're doing an all matte lid, add a little pop of shimmer up on the brow bone just to add that warranted look. Now if you're doing all shimmer on the lid, then the opposite applies. Then you would do a matte. I'm just doing it close to the brows. Just for that fun pop. Okay, now in the picture too, it looks like she had like a peach tone liner. So I'm just gonna line my waterline. Kajal eye pencil in Topaz. Now I'm just gonna pop on some lashes. You don't have to do this. You can just curl your lashes and add mascara. That's fine. But for me, on camera, if I don't do lashes, I look weird. So I'm just gonna do it for my benefit. But in the picture, it looks like she just had really long lashes with mascara. So I'm gonna do that and then come back to show you how she does the cheeks and the lips. To be continued. Okay, so my eyelashes are drying. Once they dry, I'll put mascara, tops and bottoms, whatever. But for now, that's it. So it's very smoky, pretty, elegant eye. Once I have the bottom mascara, it'll make a difference, which you'll see. But I wanted to show you how to do the face. So in this picture, it's a little bit different. Sorry, let me get a brush. In the picture, it's a little bit different than what most people are used to, which is more editorial. Obviously, she's a model, so that's what the look is. But normally we're used to the the blush all up in her. She actually contoured, the artist actually contoured here with the blush and the bronzer. So she didn't bring it here at all. So, because you know, and the rest of the face didn't even have bronzer. It was just contoured cheeks. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just using this on a Bare Essentials handy kabuki brush. I'm taking my Laguna bronzer as per usual. Tap it off. I'm just going to feel where my bone is. That's what you need to feel. So where your cheekbone stops, which is about here, it's as far as you want to go. So from here to here. And I'm just going to buff it in. Make sure you don't go too far in because then it's too dramatic. You look a little drag. That's not the look. So I'm going to do like almost like a line and then buff it in. Up into the temple. So here we go. Then I love this brush because it gives you a soft application since it is a powder foundation brush. Just gives you a nice wash of it. There you go. So my face is lifted, looks a little skinnier. Now the next step is to take blush. I'm going to be mixing two colors together because these colors are extremely pigmented. These are from Illamasqua. So just make sure that you use pretty much nothing on your brush. If it looks like you have nothing on your brush, then that's the perfect amount, believe it or not, with these blushes. So we have Naked Rose and Excite. So one's a baby pink, pulls a little bit more mauve. The other one is a true coral orange color because that's what it looked like. She had like a corally peach blush. So I'm going to take most of the pink, that much, you guys, all you need. And then lightly press one time into the other color, Excite. Then I'm just going, as you see, like look how much it comes out. I'm going to press, tap off. See, it was too much. Tap off and then just blend it into my temples and my contour. That's why I chose a brush like this. This is the Sigma Dual Fiber Powder Brush. Because this is actually really great for cream products, but it also blends powder products like a dream. So if you're really heavy-handed with your blush, this brush will not make you mess up. Then I'm just going to take it into the temples. And that's it. Very, very simple. Now I just, because she had a natural highlight on the cheekbones, I'm actually going to be going in with Kevyn Aucoin's Candlelight highlighter. Which I love about this is it's just so light and airy. You can't even tell you're wearing a highlighter. A lot of highlighters look like too much. This is just enough. So I'm just going to take it on a Laura Mercier fan brush and just blend it on my cheeks, around my temples, down the bridge of my nose. And well, you know the rest. But I like to focus most of it here because I like to look dewy. And that is it for the face. So now that that's dry, I'm just going to add my mascara, just so that the fake lashes bind with the real ones. This is definitely a mascara face. Girl code. There you go. Very, very dramatic, different look. Okay, now for the lips, she had very dark lip color. So for the lip liner, I chose to go with NYX lip liner in 834 Prune. I'm just gonna line my lips. Now the trick to lining your lips, if you have a really big pronounced lips, you actually don't want to go according to the lip line. You want to go inside the lip line. That way it gives it the illusion that they're smaller. And opposite goes for really thin lips. If they're really thin lips, you're going to go outside your natural lip line. And if you have my shape, then you just evenly distribute everything. Okay, and then for Cupid's bow, a trick is you're going to look where your bow is. You're going to put a point, devil lips. Then you're going to just do a crisscross X motion. I've mentioned this many times in my other videos, but I'll do it again. Cross will make you jump, jump. Then you make it jump, jump. Sorry. See? Perfect. Now, for lips, going in an upward motion will actually give you a perfect lip liner than opposed to going down, because when you go straight down, you're more prone to make mistakes than when you go upwards. So taking it from the inner corner and meeting up with that point. Using your finger and placing it acts as an anchor. Okay, and then for your lip color, I decided to go with a 99-cent lipstick. No, you can't go no better. This is Wet n Wild in the number 508 Black Orchids. It's like a deep burgundy red tone color. So pretty. Then go again with the lip liner. And there you have it, guys. Your look is complete. I might have to fast forward through some of this video because it's long. But I hope you guys like it. I hope I gave you some helpful tips. Again, it's great for beginners, and I really, really enjoyed this look. And it is definitely a Felicia look, because anyone that knows me knows I love me some cat eyes and some new lies. For the lip, I'm just gonna change the color, because I know when I wear colors like this, my daughter gives me like a look like, Mommy, is that you? And then my husband gives me this look. But it's okay, I love it, but I don't want her to be scared, so I'll put on a soft pink. This eye look is universal. You could do it with red, pink, browns, black, whatever. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Okay, enough of my rambling because I've been talking so much. That's it, guys. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in my next video.